This video is based on Chapter 10 of Laws of Life, Book 1, Ditch the System, Design Your Life by Jack Spirko. Welcome. Look, today we're not just flipping through a standard set of ideas. We are accessing a highly guarded framework, a literal leaked blueprint designed to break you out of the passive, mainstream societal conditioning that is quietly running in the background of your life right now. Consider this your secure terminal, and we are about to hack our way completely out of a closed system. Let's get into it.
To kick off this process, we're initiating a system override, and we're using this decryption key from Albert Hubbard. Responsibility is the price of freedom. It's simple, right? If you want to actually design your own life, you have to pay the toll. You literally can't run custom software on a machine if you don't even own the hardware.
So consider this your classified file for Law 10. This law is a hard, unavoidable truth, and it acts as the absolute foundation for our entire override. Here it is. When it comes to what you want and those you love, no one will ever care as much or work as hard as you do, period. Not your boss, not the government, not your partners. Absolutely no one.
System diagnostics, the core lie.
Before we can even think about installing new programming, we have to run a quick system diagnostic. We need to identify the fatal flaw in your current operating system, which is this baseline expectation that institutions, colleagues, or partners somehow share your internal drive and actually care about your priorities.
Exposing this reveals a massive business illusion. Jack Spirko shares in the source text how he personally funded multiple startups. He offered these incredibly generous partnerships to hungry entrepreneurs, completely expecting them to match his legendary work ethic. And the result? Almost all of them blew up right in his face. Why? Because you can't just install your work ethic into someone else's brain. People are ultimately going to prioritize their own success and their own comfort over yours. If you're expecting equal effort from others on your goals, you're setting yourself up to fail.
And this faulty programming extends way beyond business. It bleeds into your physical safety. We're socially conditioned to believe that the government exists to keep us safe. But the harsh reality? The government provides a deterrent, the threat of putting bad actors in a cage after the fact. They cannot prevent a drunk driver from plowing into your house. Even first responders, as brave and well-meaning as they are, they're going to prioritize their own families before jumping into a rescue boat during a massive disaster. You have to realize that you are your own ultimate security protocol.
This institutional illusion runs deep, man. These massive systems run on standardized code. It is a critical system error to expect a school teacher to care about your child's ultimate success as much as you do, or an ER doctor to care about your long-term health the way you do. We're sold this line that an education is priceless, which leads kids to take on massive debt for totally useless degrees. The patched code is this: an education that is relevant to your life goals is priceless. Your health, your retirement, your family's education, that entire shebang is entirely on you. The operator. Absolute ownership. To stop being a passive user in this world, you've got to transition into the role of the operator. You must adopt the ethic of absolute, uncompromising ownership over every single aspect of your existence. In the professional world, the operator develops what Spirko calls inner leadership. Real authority? It's never granted by some corporate title. It is earned by completely mastering the environment. Spirko recounts taking charge during a hated corporate software migration. He mastered the new system in days, fixed the margin calculations, and outworked everyone without asking for permission, without asking for a promotion. He became the undisputed leader of that team simply by taking absolute ownership of the problem. Now, society conditions you to believe that doing the heavy lifting without immediate extra pay is somehow unfair. It's a program designed to keep you average. But the operator code flips this entirely. Carrying the heavy load voluntarily is actually your unfair advantage. By outworking everyone, you acquire massive, rapid knowledge. And that knowledge, that becomes your leverage to move up, move over, and massively increase your earning power. Critical error, cognitive dissonance. We have to address the corrupted file that is currently running in the background of your mind right now, because if you don't neutralize it, it will slowly but surely destroy your hardware from the inside out. Deep down, you already know everything we've discussed today is true, right? You know nobody cares about your kids as much as you do. You know your life is your responsibility. But when you live passively, expecting the system to catch you, your everyday behaviors run totally counter to your deep beliefs. This generates cognitive dissonance, a continuous, low-grade, highly toxic stress that just ravages your physical and mental system over time. And this dissonance doesn't trigger an immediate system failure. No, it functions like a slow-motion train wreck. It accumulates tiny, imperceptible amounts of damage, day after day, year after year, until one day you wake up in your 40s, $80,000 in debt, exhausted, overweight, and taking pills just to keep your kidneys functioning. That is the absolute ultimate consequence of ignoring Law 10.
The patch. Uploading the LOAD protocol. So, to execute a full system repair and stop that slow-motion train wreck in its tracks, we are right now uploading a tactical framework designed by the author to completely eliminate hesitation. It's called the LOAD protocol. Execute this protocol immediately in your daily life. L. Look at everything as your responsibility. Don't sit around waiting for tasks to be assigned. O. Own the result, not just your specific role. Saying that's not my job is literally the anthem of the average. A. Act without waiting on others. Time is burning and action always beats standing around trying to coordinate people. And D. Do more than is required. Because the gap between what is required and what actually gets results is exactly where massive opportunity lives. System reboot. Core reprogramming. Running this heavy, independent operational load requires a massive, totally uncorrupted power source. Unfortunately, mainstream society has instructed you to suppress this exact power source. We have to format the bad programming that claims self-love is selfish or narcissistic. Narcissists actually hate themselves and they just overcompensate. True self-love, accepting yourself, flaws and all, is the mandatory foundation required to protect and provide for your family. As the author points out, trying to save someone who doesn't love themselves is brutal. If you want to care for your family, you absolutely must fiercely love and care for yourself first. It saves lives.
Okay, now we are going to write 3 permanent lines of code to rewrite your mental architecture once and for all. Input this first line of mental code directly into your terminal. Computer, if it matters to me, assume I must carry the load. Boom. This grants you permanent, total operational control over your outcomes.
Execute the second line of code. Computer, never expect other people to care about my priorities as much as I do. This permanently deletes the passive, incredibly dangerous expectation that anyone else is coming to save you, or that anyone else will share your exact level of drive.
And lock in the final directive. Computer, my family, my future, and my life are my job. That's it. Your internal architecture is now fully rebooted for absolute self-reliance. The system override is officially active.
If you are ready to stop running their code and start designing your life, go to jackslaws.com right now to get the full 2-book series. Don't let the system control your programming. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next leaked chapter. Ultimately, the terminal is yours. What code will you write tomorrow?